Let's play.
Alright guys, this is Element Quattro, and we are playing Campfire Spooky Stories. Now, playing, from what I'm told, is not exactly what we're doing here. This is more of a scary story app. And, I thought I'd read you guys a scary story. And there's supposed to be about 30 different stories on here. So maybe this could be a thing. Let's do it. This story is called Hell. There was no pearly gate. The only reason I knew I was in a cave was because I had just passed the entrance. The rock wall rose behind me with no ceiling in sight. I knew this was it. This was what religion talked about, what man feared. I had just entered the gate to hell. I felt the presence of the cave as if it was a living, breathing creature. The stench of rotten flesh overwhelmed me. Then there was the voice. It came from inside and all around. Welcome. Who are you? I asked, trying to keep my composure. You know, the thing answered. I did know. You are the devil, I stuttered, quickly losing my composure. Why me? I blinked as good as I could. Silence took over the space as my words died out. It seemed like an hour went by before the response came. What did you expect? The voice was penetrating but patient. I don't know. I never believed any of this, I uttered. Is that why I'm here? Silence. I continued. They say the greatest trick you ever pulled was convincing the world you don't exist. No. The greatest trick I ever pulled was convincing the world that there is an alternative. There's no God? I shivered. The cave trembled with the words, I am God. And that was our first story. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's do one more, shall we? What else we got here? Alright, let's keep with theme here. Let's go with Angel. A few years ago, a married couple decided they needed a break. So they wanted to head out for a night on the town. They called their most trusted babysitter. When the babysitter arrived, the two children were already fast asleep in bed. So the babysitter just got to sit around and make sure everything was okay with the children. Later that night, the babysitter got bored and went to watch TV. But she couldn't watch it downstairs because they did not have cable downstairs. The parents didn't want children watching too much garbage. So, She called them and asked them if she could watch cable in the parents' room. Of course. Parents said it was okay, but the babysitter had one final request. She asked if she could cover up the angel statue outside the bedroom window with a blanket or a cloth, because it made her nervous. The phone line was silent for a moment, and the father, who was talking to the babysitter at the time, said, "Take the children and get out of the house, and we'll call the police. We don't own an angel statue." The police found both of the children and the babysitter slumped in pools of their own blood. They died 3 minutes before the call, and no statue was found. Okay, our next story is called Lucky. If you're lucky, you'll never know about it. Your life will be spent in the bliss that can only come from the ignorance of the dark horrors that scratch and gnaw at the edges of reality. You'll never hear the dark whispers coming from the closet. Never feel the cold chill creeping along your spine. You'll never pause at a turn in the hallway because you know that if you look down it, you'll see something that shouldn't be there. Something that creeps, stalks, and skulks in the shadows. Something that, once it sees you, will never stop coming for you. It won't come for you when you're sleeping. It wants you to know it's there. It wants you to hear the relentless sound of its footsteps, the panting of its breath. It wants to smell your fear, to hear you whimper, and to see the horror on your face as it approaches. If you've any sense at all, you won't try to find it. You'll never pay attention to the sounds. You won't try to catch sight of those things that flit by in the corner of your eye. Your ignorance will be your shield and your protection. Do not be overly curious. Discount the sounds as the quirks of an old house, or the heating system, or any other excuse you can think of. Whatever you do, don't believe. Because once you believe, they'll become real. Once you inquire into their existence, they'll solidify. And once you finally uncover them for what they are, they'll come for you. All right. I think 3 scary stories is enough for tonight. And I kind of enjoyed this. So we'll be doing it again. Watch next time with me, will you? If you dare. But until then, this has been Element Quattro. And I want to say, be good humans. And bye-bye.